Blub blub everyone, welcome back to Distant Worlds 2. We lost about 7 minutes from last episode because of the death of the game. For whatever reason, but now we're on the beta, so let's hope they fix whatever issue that was already. But ask a dev for the shots and give the reason that you are only going to use them for Distant Worlds 2 streams. I'm not gonna use them for Distant World 2 streams, I'm gonna use them for my video thumbnails. And I already asked them about... Well, not on Discord though. But I did ask them through their press communication emails about 5 times. Never got any answer. And 5 times, or well, no, actually more, actually 7 or 8 times, over the course since the game, even before the game came out, I think a month before it came out, up until now. I asked them about 7 times during that time and never got an answer. Great marketing. Well, that works too, I guess. Nope, no response at all, and it is very, very sad. But apparently I'm not worth enough to be worth an answer, even. Which is sad. Because it's official work of the game. They should be allowed to give them out for press reasons. And, I mean, what else am I here? I'm not the official press, but still. I'm doing press work in a way. So, it was even easier with Stellaris because they actually posted their stuff on Twitter, which is where I got the whole package, everything, the whole press kit for every thing they have put out yet. I think it was. I think there was nothing before Utopia, but still, all of that stuff was in there, in that folder. And I even gave that to Simus. Because he was looking for that as well. Colonize independent world again. Good. So that was where we left off last time, which is great. Oh, and we have to look that up again. No, not Terra Secundus. I want this one. So again, only more talent, which is just amaze balls. We don't... Nope. I don't like that that happens. So we don't want any Hoomans or Agdarians. Thank you. And now we don't have to migrate them. Although migrating is not that bad because, again, you get the money from them making, what's it called? Transport ships. It's not the troop transport, it is the... Is it a troop? No, it's not the troop transport. The passenger ship, that is it. The traveler. These ships. With 2 passenger compartments, so at the moment they can carry 2 million people. Actually, these look pretty cool. I like that design. There's the bridge. It's like a giant whale, I love it. And they only have 1 gun, which should be for point defense. They have a sensor, which is great. Although the sensor couldn't see anything in front of them. If it works like radar. Because the bridge is in the way. So what I would have done is put the sensor in front, or maybe, yeah, actually in front. Just in front would be good. The best thing would probably be have the sensor here. Because you want to see what's in front of you. But if you want to see all of them, all of the stuff around you, here another, and here another sensor. So you can see everything around you. And with a bit of luck, yeah, they should be... That would be a dead zone here, but they should have all of this space in there. And if you have one here, all of that space, and maybe a little above, there would still be one missing here. So this is good for coverage above, but for that, that's about it. Yeah, anyway, theory. We want this, we want to upgrade... Thank you. You need to get rid of a crew. You get a fuel cell. And everything will be peachy and hunky-dory. Thank you. That's about it. We didn't need to do that for the other ship. What we should do, though, I didn't want the torpedoes, to be honest. What I want is these and these. And maybe even defense missiles. Although I don't like to waste resources on missiles that we shoot away. Not that we do that here, but in reality you would, of course. Because a missile that you shoot at another missile or something is wasted as well. And a whole missile has a lot of electronic components and stuff, which just a gun doesn't have. Just a gunshot ammunition. Ammunition is pretty cheap, actually. Most of the time. We could get for better hyperdrive, and I think that would be worth something for us. I'm gonna let that finish, I think, because torpedoes are pretty good for bombardment, so... Orbital escape launchers are great. I don't know why we have these two, which fulfill the same role. More variety, but why would you take anything else but the light interceptor? Because the ship maneuvering is the most important thing, probably. Better armor. I want damage control. Do we need something here? We do need some destroyers. That could help us to get, you know, enough ships together with the frigates to kill pirate bases that way, like with force. Oh! Oh my god, we will never get better energy collection. Well, that is horrible. We need to find that tech to progress. Oh, that's gonna be horrible, guys. Passenger ships, I usually call them public transports. I mean, that, yeah. You would put the sensors on the angles for max cover. Yes, exactly. Hence orbital sinks? Orbital sinks? What do you mean, Monaway? Maybe I misunderstand this. Let's get these two, because they're free. Don't need to pay upfront cost. That still takes too long. I do want the planetary governance. That is a really important tech for us. A really important one. Better transports would be nice. Better colonization is surely nice. But this is harsh. This could be a problem, actually. Interesting. We have random research turned on, guys. That's why. Yeah, normally I think the starfighters aren't depending on this one. And that is why this is cut. There is no... the tech should be right underneath here. And there's no connection to this. So we have to find this through scrapping ships. We can't get this from other empires. Hey, Voodoo Dog, why is there no text next tech after basic? Oh yeah, that's what I just was just explaining. This is random research turned on, and it can lead to exactly that. That you have techs that you cannot research, and you have to salvage for them. I wanted to change something in this run. That's why we have that turned on. I wanted to have a big change here that counts for everyone, actually. No one will ever be able to get that research unless they salvage it. Which is interesting, and it's more interesting even if that happens with your hyperdrives. Which still could happen, because that usually happens with the torrent drive. And it can be that no one in the freaking galaxy can have that drive unless they salvage it. Your rant about missiles being a waste of resource? Oh, that one. Yeah, okay. Oh, orbital slings. That's what you wanted. Okay. And yeah, I mean, that would be good, but it doesn't help you in a fight. It does only help you for bombardment. Because in a fight, you couldn't sling anything. It's just too quick. You would be dead long before you could do such a maneuver. Troop transport and frigates. And frigates, maybe? I mean, yeah, we do need more. We should form an attack fleet, I think. Because we do have some frigates. So, form something at the Terra Secunda spaceport. And also, we can't. We don't have enough. Okay. But I do want a defensive fleet as well. Oh, I think this works now. I think this works. Okay, let me save the game. Because I want to check that. And I hope it doesn't overwrite everything again and kill everything. Save the fleet. So this is Gary's fleets. Because before it saved into a different folder because there was a typo in there than the load folder thing. But now it is in there. And when you loaded it, it broke the whole thing here. Nothing was in here anymore. Okay, it seems to work now. If I put in a new invasion fleet, which is apparently now an attack fleet, which is fine, and now load again, let's see. It doesn't overwrite. Nope, it doesn't overwrite the ones that shouldn't be in here. Let me check that again. Let me delete the Pirate Patrol because I can... Oh, it's being used. Not the raiding force. Let's delete the defense fleet. And now load again. Okay, loading still does nothing. Well, they didn't fix it. Nope, they didn't fix shit there. Great. Well, then copy as new. And this is my defend fleet. Yeah, defend fleet, fine. And that should be about it. And now we just need to say the defend fleet should have, I think it was... You know what? Get 2 escorts in there, but also 5 frigates and 2 destroyers. I think that was what it was. Doesn't really matter anyway. And we should also... It's sad though, they fixed the one bug, but they didn't fix that it doesn't work. Yeah, this is fine. For now, invasion fleet. I just want to set it to use fleet orders instead of ship. Fleet tactics instead of ship tactics, because that is always dumb. I want to check this, because the invasion fleet has something special here. Enemy strength 100% greater. And I think if you go through this, it's gone. Although they might have fixed that. Let me see. Enemy strength 100% greater. Is that... What? Oh no, it's the raiding force, not the invasion force. This. When enemy strength is greater, the raiding force leaves. And if you go... Before this patch, if you went through this list, it was gone. You couldn't get there again. Let me see if I can get it now. Nope, that is still a problem. So if you change your raiding fleet in here, you will never get that back. So never change, for now, never change this setting, because it's gone. For some reason it is in the list, but it's not in the list. It cannot roll back there. Okay, we should have fixed everything again. That was an interesting check-up at least. Did I miss anything important? Just the early years, you know, the nice fun stage where you are exploring the solar system. And then find other people. But so far, not that much, actually. So we are big enough now, okay. For a small spaceport. We have enough troop transports for now. We don't have any troops, is the problem. Are we even building troops? There was a fuel tanker problem. I hope they fixed that. I read something in the patch notes about that, so I'm gonna leave it. And we are recruiting a few troops. That's pretty good. Railguns are sort of sling. Well, not really. It's not really a... Well... Maybe in the most... Yeah, liberate sense of the word. Gary found sentient lizards. I found only lizards. We found so many Mortallons, it's quite ridiculous. We are in the Mortallon corner of the galaxy, and which is sad. I would like to find 1, maybe 2 of them, but there are so many others. And I think that's a galaxy generation problem, that they all are clustered together. Which is also not wrong. Maybe that is intended, because from the story, these... we had our realms here, you know? And maybe these planets were in possession of the Mortallons in the end, and that's why Mortallons survived there, and we find them there now. But You know, it's supposed to be the human sector, so why are there only more talents then? It's kind of strange. It does make sense, but it also doesn't make sense. Didn't I just already say there should be a thing there? Did I do that twice now? Okay, you are here, that's fine. No, I didn't. Strange. But yeah, we need more money. Money is our problem right now. That is partially because we are expanding hard. But this expansion will pay off very soon. And the human population is dwindling, which is good because I'm migrating them. Because they mostly cost me here. Yeah, and our problem is actually development. So we need to expand harder. Because then we would make money here. Yeah, look at that. Expand, guys. Come on. We need this as well. Where is this? Beyond construction range. We need to expand much harder. That's not what I want. Yeah, build another frigate, that's fine. We still have enough money that we're making, but this is where I wanted to go. And we want, I think, more exploration ships now. Give me 5 more. Do we want more construction ships as well? We have 7. We could go up to 10. So 3 more. It's 9k. We will get there. So we got better railguns. This time I wanna explicitly go for railguns and missiles because that's the human thing. Although I don't like those the most. Maybe we go into blasters later as well. They did? Yeah, I'm on the way, did they? I was thinking about it, but apparently there's still only 1 base, so I maybe just blew a lot of credits just into the ether, just gone. 600 million. Yeah, we want the billion here, because they will make us money soon. Problem is we do need more development, and we only get development by getting more stuff quicker. No, I'm not gonna build another frigate. I want these. Purchase. More construction ships for bigger exploration and exploitation. That is important. It's the most important thing right now. A new spy again. Because we have the population right now, but we don't have the... Oh, you know what it was? The spaceport got destroyed by the freaking pirates. That's why I had to build another. Okay. That must have been it. By the way, if you wondered why I had to save my life... Oh yeah, I do. I had about 450 milligram per DL? Deciliter? Of sugar in my blood, where normally I should have about 100. So I stabbed myself with a needle and injected some insulin. Oh yeah, okay. I understand. Well done. Well done. Just your usual diabetes stuff, I see. I'm sorry to hear that you have diabetes. It's not nice. Not at all. But I'm glad that you handle it well. We do have some money again, so our private economy did some stuff, which is good. Hopefully it's a lot of freighters, because we have a lot of stuff to move around. Thank you, I always knew I was good at stabbing myself and saving my life. See, at least you stab yourself and save your life, you know? Other people stab themselves to get rid of it, so that's a better way around. 6 billion people we have at the moment, which is nice, and our planet is amazing. And I think that's fixed. That's the thing for the humans. Their starter planet is great. No, I don't want more, thank you. Colony raided. Yeah, that is a problem, but we have forces here. What? Oh, you're attacking Gravilix. Yeah, that's why. I mean, that's good as well. They should do that because, and that's something that I got reminded of on YouTube, actually. And thank you for that hint again. Gravilex... Why are we so red? Oh god, it's probably the sun, huh? But Gravilex and other creatures, if you kill them, they leave stuff. And that stuff gives you development on your colonies. Unfortunately, we are not really well made to kill these guys. Which really sucks, because you need real weapons and not ion cannons for that. For that purpose. And that's actually why we have attack fleets. But yeah, what they leave is Gravilex crystals, right? Is that the thing? There. Gravilex remains, and in these remains are these crystals. And if we get them to our colony, then we are awesome. Build more ships, we lost a lot. Because you are not made for that purpose, you fools. And that's near the Ghost Fleet, oh my god. Oh, good pearls there. Pretty neat. But yeah, you do want to kill these, and that's why I have increased their numbers, even though... Well, for one thing, because they're a challenge, but also because you can get some extra development out of that. If we are getting raided more and more, that's not gonna happen though, which sucks. This is our attack fleet, right? The third fleet? It is. Okay. So the attack fleet responded, which is good. The AI is doing work. I do want a real defend fleet, though. That should be fine. We'll also have some of the escorts. But now we have to think in terms of fleets to do our things. It's the game gets into a scale now where we need to think in terms of fleets as a unit. And not only of ships in a unit. Isn't normal though, is it? On good days I have about 30. How do you get the remains to your systems? Does this happen automatically through the civil industry? Yes. I think it's freighters that get there. That go here now. And take the stuff into their holds and then bring them back to the colonies. I think it's freighters. Could also be construction ships or something. I don't know. But the AI will do that automatically. I don't have to care about that. Which is good, because that's useless micro that no one needs. Also a thing, and I have to say it always, every single time, because it's just awesome. It is great. These menial, stupid tasks that no one ever wants to do, and you forget 90% of the time to do, are just automated. It just happens. And that is excellent about this game. Actually excellent. Because you are not the dumbass that has to do everything. You are the leader, the governor, or the head of the... whatever you want. The military, the spy agency. How much you want. And the game handles the rest for you. And of course, you can change what you want to be, in a way, through your policies and automations, which is just awesome. And also, if I change it, that we always want to try and capture stations, then every single fleet in our empire that has the capabilities of capturing will always try to do so if they can. And they will do that automatically as well. It is not... there is a problem with that, because they will not prefer it if they have better range with other weapons. So you do have to think about weapon ranges with that. It still can happen, because sometimes, you know, if they are fighting ships, and I want this... then that doesn't matter, but that's where these ranges come in. Because as you can see, boarding only happens to 1,000-meter range. And the point defense reaches almost as far. But our standard weaponry has a range of 1,500 meters. Or, is it meters? I think it is? Yeah, I think. It's 1.5k. So, well, units. It doesn't matter what it really is. It can be million meters or something, who cares? But yeah, it is... What is the problem here? Is it this thing? It has a range of... Where's the range? I can't see the range. Why can I not see the range? Range, 800. So it's not this one. It's probably the missiles. Yeah, the missiles are too far away. And you can help with that because I think they changed these. Attack stance, engagement range. No, that's not it. There was another. This is core. Oh, right. These have changed. These are better now. Core means that is the death ball in the middle. Close escort is one farther out of the death ball to... I think those are to intercept. I'm not quite sure. I have read it in the last patch note because they changed the behavior here a little bit to make it more clear. And Picket was the outside. Maybe Picket was the ones that should intercept missiles and stuff. I'm not quite sure what Picket was for right now. But they changed that. But there is another thing. No, where was that? There was a range. I think it was ship-wise. Let me see. I wrote that I use milligram per deciliter, which is 1.7 millimole per liter. I am not lying on the sidewalk. What? There are two mainstream units of measuring sugar in blood. I don't know which one you use. But if you would have 30 milligram per deciliter, you would basically lie in some sidewalk in dirt and rain dying while having seizures. Don't fight, guys. Normal human without diabetes about 25 to 45. You should have at least 90 and at most 105 milligram per deciliter, no matter whether after meal, before, starving, moving, training, or whatever. Okay. Well, starving, probably not. But anyway. I wanted to see this because I think it is in here. Oh, that is a cool thing. That you can apply this to all designs in this fleet or all... Yeah, that's pretty cool. Only all of this position. So now you can set tactical settings per position in the fleet. That's pretty cool. So you are a close escort. A frigate. Ah, it's a screening thing. Yes. Picket ships are there to protect you from outside forces, like, you know, missiles and something. And close escort are your screening for the big ships. In the end. They are there to block fire, in a way. Engagement range, same system. I think that's what it was. I think that's what it... Oh, maybe we should read this. Core ships are the most important ships in the fleet and are escorted by the other fleet ships, close escort and picket. Usually a fleet will have only 1 or 2 core ships. Close escort, so like capital ships, you know, carrier and a battleship or something. Close escort. These ships escort the core ships in a close defensive perimeter. Yes, exactly. When there are no enemies present or enemies are on all sides, they will form a circular defensive perimeter around the core ships. So they stand between your heavy ships that shouldn't die and the enemy. Like cruisers or destroyers in modern navy warfare. When enemy forces predominantly come from one direction, then they form an arc, defensive formation between the core ships and the enemy ships. Picket, these ships escort the core ships in a more distant defensive perimeter. When there are no enemies present or enemies are on all sides, they form a circular defensive perimeter. Yeah. When enemy forces predominantly come from one direction, then they form an arc defensive thing. But I think... Yeah, what's missing there is that the picket ones are generally there for... Or maybe it's both. Maybe it's picket and close escort are there for point defense. But it's just the position. It's either close point defense or a little further away point defense or something. But yeah, it's pretty nice, and they revamped that hard, so it does make more sense and does really work. Oh yes, please do this. I ignored some of those right now because of reading. I'm sorry. Drives me crazy as well if someone misses that. Good. Oh, Ancient Colony. Oh, I think I know what that is, maybe? It's here. No, it's not what I think. Okay, that comes later then. We're just having a discussion, no fighting, all good? Okay. Technically, when measuring this, I am starving in autophagy after 24 hours of fasting, which I do every day. That's why the low blood sugar and high keto numbers. I see. And I can believe that. Okay, that's why. An ancient colony. The ruins on this ancient world extend across the planet, both above and below ground, and are relatively unstable. This world clearly suffered from a bombardment and some other cataclysm in the distant past. The above-ground ruins seem more residential in nature. What little your team has explored below ground indicates those ruins are more industrial in nature. However, exploring above ground could collapse some of the below. What should we do? Should we go below ground and make sure we capture the industrial side? Or should we go above ground and just, you know, have fun in the residential areas? How is the research? I mean, research is going strong. 228. It's pretty good, actually. And we have fully funded this. Actually, we could go into... Yeah, we have the money. We could go into, let's say, 30%. Yeah, it's a little bit less than I need. 35 then. I don't want... Oh, 7k, ooh. We still have space here, so yeah, it would make sense to get that to 50-50 again. I'm not gonna go higher. I want to prefer research. And Gary, do you play Stellaris? How would you compare the two games? What do you like more and why? I do play Stellaris. And I played it recently. The new patch, and it's on my YouTube if you want to have a look. And it's coming out every 2 days or something. A new part. So you have a lot of stuff to watch there if you want. And I said about something about that earlier. I really like Stellaris, and I really like this game. I don't like this game more because it's necessarily the best game in the world at this point. I would say this game is, at the moment, in its development phase, where Stellaris was at 1.5 or something. Version 1.5 or something. It has a lot more potential, and they should bank on this. They should really invest in this, because I think this game could be way better than Stellaris in many points. Probably not in all. They're both great games, and I will probably always play both. What I like more here is we have a completely functional, automatic civilian economy. Something that Stellaris couldn't even handle in 1,000 years, probably. Which is... the reason is that the engine is different, and the engine, the Clausewitz engine, which is from Stellaris, what Stellaris is built in, cannot handle so much multi-threading, I think. And this thing here is completely built on multi-threading. Like crazy. Everything is multi-threaded. Even these messages are multi-threaded. You can see that if you press pause and there are still messages coming in, because that's the thread ending their work. The whole civilian economy is definitely multi-threaded. It definitely runs on its own threads and stuff. And it's pretty cool. It's very heavy on resources, this game. It takes a lot of resources, but it does awesome things with those. Resource management and logistics are a thing here. Yes, you have logistics, which is a very important part of anything, actually. I mean, since Hoi 4... You know, if you played Hoi 4, Hearts of Iron 4, logistics is the big thing. In space, logistics is the big thing. It's not your navy necessarily. It's not your troops. It's logistics. If you cannot keep your logistics up, you're dead. You will not have any fuel to go anywhere. You will not have any weapons. You will not have any, I don't know, oxygen for your people on the ships and stuff. Logistics is the big thing, and that is what this game does really well. And not even you have to do the logistics, but the logistics run in the background. You know, the civilian industry cares for your logistics, and you have to care for your industry. if you let them die, if you bleed them dry, which is possible, I could go around here, and I have that deactivated right now, see all the civilian ships and just explode them. And they would have to build new ones. I can do that. And whenever they build new ones, they will take money out of their funds to build them and give that money to me, which means I can literally bleed them dry. The problem is, I cut myself, you know, I cut my own throat with this. Because if they don't have any cash anymore and cannot invest in things like mining stations, which is their investment, not mine, I just say, build a mining station there, and they say, okay, boss, then, you know, you will not get new resources. If you don't get new resources, they cannot expand anymore, and they die. If their cash flow goes negative, you're dead. Your complete economy will break down, and when your economy breaks down, you get no fuel, you get no resources, your people get cranky and rebel, and you're just dead. So that is a whole layer that Stellaris doesn't have, which doesn't mean Stellaris isn't good. The events in there are amazing. The stuff you can do RP-wise is amazing. You can do so much great stuff in Stellaris, and even more now with the Overlord expansion, which I did like, actually. It's maybe a little bit expensive for what it is, but, you know, it's not on me to decide. It's on you guys to decide if you want to buy that. I got it for free, I have to say that as well. I got that. That's actually the first DLC I got for free from Stellaris, which is very nice. Stellaris 1.5, when there still were no space lanes, what a good time. I hated that, Voodoo. I found that the introduction of these lanes, and I'm just gonna say go below ground now. I thought, at first I was skeptical, but when I played it for the first 5 minutes, I thought to myself, this is perfect. This is what Stellaris needed. It was horrible before with the 3 kinds of space travel, because the warp drive meant that any little nub, any little bullshit empire on the other side of the galaxy could instantly travel into your capital world, into your capital system, and bombard your main world just without anything you could ever do. It was absolutely bullshit to play anything but the stations, the wormhole stations, because they were definitely the best. There's no question there. It was just the best. Playing anything else was bullshit and dumb. Because warp drive was kind of useless. I mean, apart from you can go from one side of the galaxy to the other in one jump, which is just bullshit as well. And I think that forcing everyone to use hyperlanes and then introducing through tech some other methods of doing stuff and improving your ways of travel and giving other strategic options was a perfect decision. It made the game so much better. This game has about 40 resources. Oh yeah, by the way, yeah, I can show you that after I read this. All the resources that are in this game. Your state economy can still go negative as long as your private economy is still running. I'm not talking about the state economy. I was talking only about the private economy. If your private economy goes negative, you're dead. You may struggle a bit and try to survive, but you will die as long as this one is still negative. There is no other way of saying that, actually. I don't think you can come back from that if you're not quick. And even if, it will take you time that your enemies will use against you, of course. If you go negative, that doesn't make any difference. It's you can actually play the 50% of the game at least with negative income, yearly income. It's only yearly income, so that is another thing that is a thing. But that doesn't matter as long as you can make your private economy give you money regularly, so you don't go bankrupt. It's fine. You can't even go bankrupt. You can go into the negatives as much as you want. It doesn't make any difference. The gameplay with no space lanes was terrible because every spaceship had infinite range. If they just kept the range instead of adding space lanes, yeah, it wouldn't be good though, because they would have no way of what they did, which is and it was a critique I made myself to Paradox. There was no way of of confining space. You know, what you have now, like building a station to keep people out of your space, having choke points. There were no modifiers like in EU4, for example, where you have mountains where you know, confine the enemy force to your advantage. If the enemy force is greater than yours, then you can do something there, lure them into the mountains and still beat them, even though you're weaker. There was nothing like that in Stellaris. It was literally just, I have 50 points, you have 20 points, you die, done. That's about it. And that was really bad, and it's different now. Because you have stations where you can lure the enemy into, put your fleet above, and, you know, beat them still. It's still too much of a numbers game for me. And there should be more that changes that. But it is a hell of a lot better than in 1.0 or 1.5 or even 2.0. Every planet has its own stockpile of every resource. Yes, they do. I can show you that in a second here. There. Every planet has this. And you can manage this on your own if you have more time than, I don't know, God. But if such a deity would exist. But anyway, but it's just better to let the AI do it. But as you can see here, it's just they manage the resource levels. It's fine. Let me read this real quick, and then we can discuss it a little bit further. I'm sorry for the tangent here, and that I'm not doing anything, but, you know, it was important to me. The underground ruins of Kappa 2. Oh, Kappa 2. In the underground ruins of the Kappa 2 and the Kappa system... Okay, interesting. You have discovered stuff. Most of the underground facilities are completely ruined, but one databank is still accessible and contains a great deal of information on this ancient human colony, which, it turns out, was once named Cygnus. There is Cygnus in here, though. Isn't there a planet named Cygnus? From the fragmented pieces of recoverable data, it becomes clear that it was considered a relatively unimportant frontier colony with a rapidly growing population of various species totaling around 500 million. Shortly after it was colonized, the Great War against the terrible power known as the Shaktur Axis began. We heard about that before. Often, actually, which resulted in an increasing influx of refugees from various parts of the galaxy. This sudden surge in population, along with the strains of what appears to have been a full mobilization of the population towards wartime goals, resulted in scarce resources and an increase in property crimes. An ancient interstellar law enforcement organization called the Terran Rangers, ooh, that sounds fancy, appears to have been put in charge of maintaining order, but its methods out on the frontier were at times harsh and not always welcomed by the locals. The underground ruins were largely part of the rapid wartime mobilization to build out an industrial base that could support the war effort. The most recent data entries seem to be from roughly a millennia ago and do not give any indication of how this place came to ruin, but it gives an indication what they preferred, you know, keeping their people safe or getting industry that it will be safe, because the people were on the surface, where the bombardment would be, you know, murderous for them. We have found technology that has advanced our understanding of basic diplomacy, human language. Well, great. We are humans. We know how to speak to ourselves. Thank you. We didn't need that. And another independent... Oh my god, we have only more talents here. I want other species. Give me Securan. Give me... Even better, the Chandra? No, how were they called? What I want is Hyadians. Maybe, yeah, the Shanda, was it the Slukan that were great? I think the Slukan were great as well. No, not the Slukan. It was someone else. Who was that? Definitely not the Ognari. I'm gonna murder the Ognari again. If I have to, if they are here. The Jizorian, they were amazing. Because they give you 15% colony corruption reduction. It's so crazy. I want those. I don't want 50 billion more talent. That's so useless to me. Yada yada yada. And every planet has its own stockpiles of every resource. Yeah, exactly. I showed you that. There was another thing I wanted to show you. True to the numbers game, yeah. And it's sad. That is something, that is one of the biggest downsides in Stellaris to me. And that's what I like here as well, because here you don't have the Doomstack fleet. You can have that if you want. And I do use that sometimes. But that might not help you, because there is no restriction in space. Everyone can go everywhere at any time. So in here, they can definitely kill your main base unimpeded if they have the range. If they have the range. That is a difference to Stellaris. They had infinite range. You're absolutely right. And to combat that, you need to have multiple fleets. You need to spread out your strength and try to help on multiple fronts. So you don't have the one fleet for your whole empire, which is also something that is pretty stupid. Yes, please, limited trade, thank you. You have multiple fleets. You have defense fleets, you have attack fleets, you have invasion fleets, you have raiding forces. Raiding forces are a very important thing in this game, because you don't necessarily need to kill the fleets of your enemy. If you have 15 raiding forces that kill their economy way quicker, then that is way more preferable. Because you can rebuild the economy. You have to anyway. I don't think you get that back. It will just be destroyed, everything of theirs. But, you know, you can't really rebuild your fleets that easily, because they're very expensive to build and you don't have that much money mostly. Later we will, probably. I had games in here where I had 1 million per year in income, which is just ridiculous. And I could just win with money, essentially. But yeah, that is something that is very different to Stellaris and something I very much enjoy in this game. To not just have one fleet, or maybe 2 fleets like in Stellaris, and in the end maybe 4 fleets. Here I have 15 attack fleets, 25 defense fleets, 30 raiding fleets, and another manual fleet that I use because I have fun with it or something, you know? To just get more chaos going against my enemies. And that is quite a different gameplay style than in Stellaris. I still enjoy Stellaris. I still find it's an amazing and great game, and it's a lot of fun to have all these dig sites and stuff, excavation sites, and all the random events that happen and stuff. That is definitely something that this game lacks. But Stellaris didn't have that in the beginning anyway. Stellaris had very little in the beginning in 1.0, and was a very bad game compared to what it is now. Now it is really, really great with so many things that they added, with all the... they didn't even have traditions in the beginning, I think. Did it? I don't think it had traditions. I think they came later. It didn't have robots, it didn't have... well, not as a playable empire at least. It didn't have hive minds in general, or the Gestalt consciousness things weren't in the game. That's all something that came later. They changed the game to have all the different kinds of hyperspace travel removed, to streamline that experience a little bit and give tactical options instead of just cluster F, you know? Before it was just a clusterfuck. Just totally, absolutely cluster effing. And now it is a way more organized game. And to me, it's way more fun with this. I know many people did disagree with that sentiment hard, but I don't think that's a right way to see it. At least not for me. We don't want to lose this stuff, but interesting that they defend my station here. That's pretty neat. Thank you, Agdarians, and they definitely invested more in population growth. But we have more population just by... Yeah, they have 6 billion, I have 7 billion because I have multiple planets. Which is good as well, because that will help us later way more. We just need more stuff. We just need more development everywhere. And that is important for us, and we need to work on that. That's something I am working on, but maybe we need more exploration ships. Just go ham on those things. We have limited trade. You need 14 more points, so that will be a large gift. We need to give them a large gift, and we have free trade with them. And then we will be able to get them. And these are way more important than these guys. I still don't want the Agdarians to get them. I actually don't want to have a billion more talents, but, you know, that's apparently what happens here. And I want these Agdarians as well. Maybe we go to war with them. And try and murder them, but I would feel better if I had another attack fleet, because we only have one. Why can't I top you up? Yeah, we only have one. We actually have two, because this is a very potent fleet, even though it doesn't show. Well, it's actually as good as our attack fleet right now. Can you show the research? The research tree? I mean, sure. We just got damage control, which is pretty neat. We should put that on our ships if we can. Problem is, do we have the spots? We should probably go into frigates now. Better frigates. Just exchange them for better ones. And we'll probably want the, I guess, the fleet frigate. The fleet frigate is the budget frigate for me here. Has more weapons than the fast frigate. Still has good engines. 4 instead of 5. It's still great. Same sensors, no hangars, unfortunately. Humans don't have hangars on frigates. That's strange. Because the Agdarians will. They have the possibility to have hangars on frigates. And still good modifiers and ship speed and maneuvering. So I think the fleet frigate it's gonna be. I don't need them to be such a rapid response force. We should get some raiding fleets, though. That could be important. Maybe better engines. This is a straight upgrade. No retrofit necessary. Which can be bad. Because we may want our civilians to retrofit this. Don't have hyperspace bonuses. That's bad. We don't want to be blocked in hyperspace research. We, for some reason, have the heavy missiles, even though I wanted to research the improved ones. Maybe I clicked wrong. What I mean, heavy missiles, pretty nice. Way too big, though. Wow, 57? That's ridiculous. We can't get better iron weapons. We could get the point defense, which is pretty good and pretty small. I like this. We can get the electromagnetic defense, which is nice, but the AI won't bother us with that anyway, I think. Better boarding assault is something we should probably get, and then maybe this as well. Just to make troops cheaper, that's always worth it. Money, money, money. That's the name of the game. Point deflectors are pretty nice. These are the only point defense weapons in this game that can kill direct fire and beams. The normal PD only goes against fighters and seeking. But with this, you can kill all of these. You can stop all of them dead. So this is the perfect point defense. It's just a little slow. That's the only problem. But you can be completely safe with those. Which is amazing and really, really important to note. This is really quick, so I should probably do it. Get better space stations. Mining modifiers, we already have 20% increase. I mean, that would be way better. It's 50%, but at the moment I don't value that much. What else do we need? I don't even know what medical systems are for. They're usually just wasted space. 6% damage reduction is not much. This is good for maintenance savings. That's money. Money is always good. We do want the planetary governance, the structured research we will have to get at some point. We definitely want the temperate colonization. Oh no, the continental first. Because we definitely have a planet here and we want the desert colonization. We want both of those because they give -5 colonization quality threshold, which is something I didn't understand at first. But this actually means 5 more happiness, which is ridiculous. In terms of money. It's really ridiculous. The human have special interceptors? Not yet. We're not there yet. I would need to get here, I think. I think the first ones are here. I'm not sure, though. But it's still a little bit ahead. And this is just not worth it right now. 6 years, I'm not using interceptors. I don't have anything that can use interceptors. Apart from stations, and I don't care about them right now. But we will get there. And also with the special missiles and projectile cannons that they will get, it's a little bit further ahead. It's more for the mid-game, and we're not there yet. But should we attack the Actarians? I mean, they're pretty small right now. We could probably get them. It's not 5 more happiness, it's 5 more suitability, which is happiness in the end. Akri, and welcome. But it is happiness in the end. Let me see. We did the math last time. And it is about the same. Is that colonization? Suitability, yada yada yada. Together with quality. That is just suitability for the planet. But yeah, essentially it hits into this. And in the end, that is pure money. I think it is in this thing, integral in here. What's it called exactly? Where is it? No, not diplomacy. I want to be there. Colonization quality threshold. So it is, I think, quality threshold. Was it in here as well as a formula? I think we found the definite formula last time. I just can't remember where it was. I know where this is, but is it approval and growth? Maximum population growth, colony growth funding, yada yada yada, I don't care. Revenue, is it in here? No, that's just revenue is total population times development. No. Plus luxury resources. It was in here somewhere. I don't know where it is. It's essentially the same as 5 more happiness, I think it was. I just can't find it right now, and I don't want to search forever, so. Kill, maim, burn? Okay. I mean, I like the Actarians. I don't want to murder them, but... And we're only murdering a few of them. Why are we going here? Are we I think... Are you attacking? You are attacking these guys. You know, why don't you get some help? Yeah, you guys should be here. You guys should be here. Just meet up, please. Suitability is much better because it might increase a planet's suitability from under 20 to over 20, allowing the negating of pop-up keep. Pop-up keep can never be negated. You always pay 1,000. That's the minimum base. It cannot be negated. For corn, blood for the blood god? Oh god. Yeah, Moobot doesn't like caps lock, but Moobot still loves you. We were exposed again. Yeah, the Actarians will never be friends with us. But this is actually pretty good, because this is not a real pirate station, I think. I think this is a warehouse base where you get a lot of free crap from it. But the problem is we need more fleets. We do need raiding forces to fight a war with the Actarians. Give me 2. Shouldn't be that expensive. We do need these raiding forces, I think. And we need to beat their navy. Yes, but if you are under 20, that upkeep can reach hundreds of thousands. Yeah, I mean, sure. In that way it is better, but it's still... That doesn't matter, because the assumption was that you are already on a planet that is good for you. That is a given. You shouldn't be settling willy-nilly. We aren't even settling at the moment because we don't have good planets. The only good planets are independence, and that's what we're settling. The rest is just not good for us right now, and we shouldn't even look at them. Because look at that. That is ridiculously low. Although with the more talent... No, that's even more talent in there. Yeah, it's crap. We have planets that are amazing in diameter, but their quality is ridiculously low. And that's not cool. And I'm really disappointed that the quality is that low. Yeah, base rated, who cares? It's just a few credits. No, I wanted that. I definitely wanted that. I hope I'm far enough away. I am... Somewhat. I somewhat am. Yep, that is something you should get. Okay, where are my boys? Nope, you guys stay here. Kill, yeah, just point defense against the stupid fighters. If they're gone, it's gonna be way easier to kill this. Okay, and you're idiots. Great, so fine. I don't want you to capture it, I want you to attack it. And we shouldn't even capture it. Yeah, you're really far away, so let's hope these guys aren't getting killed here. Maybe because of my intervention that will happen, but, you know. It's still frigates. They should be able to handle a bit. Yeah, actually, reactor's offline, so we're fine. Okay. Please murder them. Don't take them. I don't want this base. I want what is in it. That thing is a treasure trove. I guess we just had luck and destroyed the reactor. Nova Core reactor. That thing is new. I've never seen a Nova Core reactor, and there's a pic missing, a picture. Did we see a Nova Core reactor? 1-to-1 fuel energy ratio. Wow, no, that is ridiculously good. Never seen that. I would like to have it, and you can only get tech and stuff from a station if you destroy it, which is very sad. Suitability also adds max population. Yes, I know. So I'm fairly sure the overall effect of +5 or rather -5 quality threshold is far greater than +5 happiness. I didn't say it's all. I said that is essentially 5 happiness, which is a lot of money. Yes, it also increases your I think it actually adds on to the quality. Ship location revealed. Oh, that's nice. I think it essentially adds on to the quality in the end. It's just a very bad tooltip. That's what I wanted to say here. The colonization quality threshold is a stupid description. It should be changed, in my opinion. And I said that when we discovered it, or when actually Chat told me what it is, because I greatly ignored it at the first glance. Because I didn't understand what it means, and the game doesn't really tell you what it means. Oh, by the way, you can go back. Was a good fight, actually. I didn't think we would have been able to do this. Well, that was cool. And finally, we get the planetary governance, which gives you 10% corruption reduction, which is amazing. I'm not gonna do that again, thank you. Yeah, that's true. The description is crap, yeah. See, that's actually all I wanted to say. The description is bullshit. Do you know what you got from destroying that base? Your civil industries will just gobble everything up, right? Yes, they will, unless the Agdarians are quicker, which may be the case, but there's an escape pod with no one on board. That's great. There's a hull section. There's a reactor core. We want these things. All the hull sections and stuff. This could give you money, a lot of money, like 20k or something if you're good. And if you're like, damn, they are quicker. They're taking this escape pod right now with their exploration ship. I mean, it was a good chance that they're quicker and that they get more stuff out of it. Yeah, they took it all. Because it's their space. But still, I wanted to destroy that because it was a nuisance. And I would have... Yeah, you know... I would have had to destroy it anyway. What are you doing? Fully automate, please. You are still my attack fleet, right? No, you're manual. Now you're my attack fleet again. And you didn't lose any ships, which is good. Just repair, please. Because we will need you. Can I get another attack fleet? And I probably should do something because... They have two fuel tankers in here because these fuel tankers can refuel each other. One fuel tanker cannot take out of the cargo hold, as far as I know. That's what I saw so far. At the moment, these fuel tankers could be more in the way than anything else. Let me see how they are built. I think you can use your construction ship to manually sweep those up. Yes, I could, but why would I bother? It's not that important. I'm not here to do micro. That's actually what this game does right. There's less micro and more fun. And I don't want to do micro because micro sucks. We have the engine that is there for it to get some fuel. The fuel transfer, which it needs. We have the Xerox Hyper. Oh, the Xerox Hyperdrive. I should upgrade my fleets. Oops. Forgot about that. Yeah, you actually need more fission reactors. Ah, the AI does nonsense again. I hate that. And you have a concussion missile, which doesn't help anything here. I have to design the fuel tankers myself. It's just too bad this way. It's probably because we don't have the right components that the AI wants right now. But this is not going well. No, that's not a fuel cell. That's a fission reactor. Thank you. You only have one fuel cell, which is not much. Get another, and we'll see if that works out. In the back, you should, at least in the back, you should have some point defense. Let's take this one for now. We have 40 over. Yeah, that is probably why the AI didn't do it, because the reactor is too big. We could get rid of a cargo bay. No, we need better. We need better fuel tankers. Let me just reverse that, please. Fuel tanker here, but I need to upgrade my stuff. Thank you. That should be fine, I think. Looks good. And the frigates, Xerox Hyperdrive looks good. Fine. Do that, please. And we are going to declare war before the guys here can get another world and make everything difficult. The mining engine on fuel tankers is genius. Wish the AI would use it instead of simply pick up cargo fuel from planets. It is, and it is pretty good that they have that. And I didn't want to get rid of it. It's a good thing. But as you said, they cannot use that correctly, so it's rather it is a waste of space in some ways. And all I really need to do is actually something that you should do most of the times, just research better stuff, because the AI is actually pretty good at designing. Pretty good, not perfect, but it's okay. It just needs enough space, and that's most of the time that's a problem. Like with the first small spaceport, the AI will not put medical facilities and recreational facilities on those. Maybe that changed with this patch, I don't know yet. But before that patch, they won't do this. They will, though, as soon as you research the second one, which is a little bit bigger. It's just a little bit more space, like 250. Yeah, it's 350. 350 bigger minus 125. So about 175 bigger. So that space is what the AI needs to allocate space for the medical facility and the recreational center, which you do want, because that gives you more happiness on the planet. And more happiness means more taxes, and more taxes is always amazing. It's just as easy as that. Okay, we are still not building that stupid colonization ship, huh? We do. Okay, we have it. But we're going down there. And we definitely should give them some money in the face so they don't kick us out again. Yes, exactly. Propose a gift. I did. Thank you. Where's my ship then? Where's the colony ship? And now the colony ship is gone. Did someone destroy it? No. For some reason you stopped. Then just colonize, please. And they took more talent. That is so good that they changed that. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That saves me so much micro. Unfortunately, I still have to do this micro, which is pretty dumb. Because the AI should do that for me, and it is set to do that for me right here. But it doesn't, still. Because why would I want anyone else in here? I only want the guys that have the best suitability, because they give me the best money. Oh, that is good. That's a good ship. And there's no reason to have anyone else in there. At any point, actually. I mean, yes, we don't have another world for our humans. Who cares? Whatever. It's fine. Is that a graveyard? No, we just found one ship. Is it a good one? It's a destroyer, which is nice. We could use that one, but it has turbo thruster engines and it has mega density fuel cells. I want all of that, please. Thank you. Please, the flux hardened armor as well, and the Talos shields. Flux hardened armor, isn't that actually the armor from the Boscaran? The special armor? No, can't be. Can't be their special one, right? But usually you find special things in here. I think the turbo thruster engine is actually from the Agdarians, their special tech. And this is definitely 100% the Harkonish special fuel cells. Oh, and the quantum reactor could give us some good boosts. Oh, I want that. Medium Starfighter Bay as well. Give me all the fun. The Cunning Moon. Oh my god, is that far away? How did we get here? We can't have that much range. Look at that. How did we get here? Oh no, okay. Yeah, that was ridiculous. Okay, fine. That makes more sense, thank you. Oh, damn it. Why? Critical research failure. Damn you. Damn luck-based nonsense. What are the dotted lines between your planets represent? Actually, nothing. It's just to give you a sense of your empire. It means nothing. It is just a connection of all your colonies in some way, so you can see what is yours and what is of someone else's, because there are colors in here that are very similar, and that helps you to see how empires are set up together, you know, because their colonies will always be will always have dotted lines between them. That's all that is for. It doesn't mean much. It's really hard to be bad at designing. The restrictions are so hard. There's like minuscule variations, and I like that. I like those restrictions. And I like that over the first game so much, it's ridiculous. Even in late game, I found that the design freedom is ridiculously smaller than it was in the first game. Yes, and that is good. Because in the first game, a class meant nothing. You could make an escort that is heavier than the biggest battleship ever. And that is bullshit. If a class only is a class in name, that is useless nonsense. I don't need that. I just have one ship that is big as a mountain, and that's it. And I hated that. I hated that there were no restrictions, because there should be. A class is a class because of the thought, of the design behind it, of the design focus. Oh yeah, that is good. Get the spaceport. Could give us the Shakhturian Plague, but whatever. And that was not the case in the first game, and it was horrible. Yes, there were possibilities to exploit this, like in making a station with 15 construction yards. But that actually makes it worse, in my opinion, that you were able to do that. It's so dumb. Yes, okay, maybe you can have a station in real life that has 15 construction yards. But you would just spam that everywhere. And that is not strategy, that is spamming. But I'm currently reinstalling Skyrim, and I forgot about one big reason why I didn't want to do that. I have to also reinstall 140 mods. Yeah, that is exactly the point, indeed. And then you're just taking time installing mods, and then you don't want to play Skyrim anymore, right? That's the usual. This is gonna take a while, true, but you can put a weight limit on a class. There was really no need to prevent me from putting more engines instead of weapons or shields on the ship. Maybe. Maybe. It doesn't fit with the three-dimensional design. Before that, they were just pictures, just bitmaps or something. The ships and the stuff. And I think it didn't hurt the game that they were bitmaps and nothing else. But I think this is nicer. I like it. And yeah, there maybe were only weight limits needed, but you know, it is more logical in my opinion, because having 16 engines on a ship doesn't help you. Because at some point, diminishing returns will make them useless anyway. So even if you can put 50 tons on something and it's literally just a cockpit and engines, and maybe one gun, adding more engines doesn't help you at a certain point. It's just useless. And that's maybe what this represents. I mean, it's maybe a dumb restriction to have them... I mean, it makes sense that they need to be... not synchronized. Mirror images, you know, that they need to be mirrored. Symmetry. The symmetry is the word I didn't find. I'm sorry. They need to be symmetrical. It makes sense. But, you know, usually you could just put them just underneath each other and it would be fine, you know. But maybe that restriction wasn't necessary and you should be able to always use the maximum number of engines. But, you know, it's their choice in the end. I'm sorry, I should have announced that earlier. What? Not many changes to game balance and stuff. Mostly vanilla game, okay. I absolutely hate the fact that my small and medium freighters only have 2 engines and the large one has 3, and this makes the large freighter faster sublight than the medium and small. Yeah, it should maybe account for the weight more, but you know. I mean, the worst thing is actually if you have too much range on the freighters and the AI only uses 1. Because 1 is enough. The small one is enough to fulfill all the ranges with the Harkonish, which is stupid. We found the abandoned ship and got it as well. That's good. Which is way worse, in my opinion, than your large freighter being faster than the others. But it's only sublight, and sublight doesn't actually matter here. It's only important how your FTL is. The sublight you could completely omit. Well, not completely. You need some form of speed, but you don't even need to move much if you just pinpoint to your station and just stop in front of it. They don't even dock, really. They just use, you know, shuttles. So, doesn't really matter. I definitely want to retire you, and I knew you wouldn't, you little bastard. That's why I came back and made sure. And there's no design variation that can change that. Only if I put 2 engines on the large freighter, but why would I do that if I can't put 3? Because you want to? I mean, you're also talking about... You're only talking about things that are more taste than anything else, actually. So if you want that for RPG reasons, then put 2 on there. Who cares? Again... It is not that important most of the time. I'm off to bed. I'm almost falling asleep. Well, I wish you a good night, Monoway, and I hope to see you soon. Sublight solar sails then is okay, I guess. Maybe. Could be a form of propulsion, maybe. I don't know. Again, it doesn't make much of a difference. Mostly you're using hyperdrive anyway, from any position in the game. And then you have to crawl a few meters just to get to where you can, you know, get off your cargo and stuff. Contact lost the ship. Yeah, it is. Yeah, must obey. It is the Shakturi plague. So we have to research something else in a second. Monoway was concerned whether I was a virgin little mod user or a chat mod user of Skyrim. I see, Lord Kitty Cat. Very well put, I guess. If you check the travel time from loading to unloading on an average route, the sublight part can take up to 30% and more. Yeah, sure, because they don't hit well enough at the beginning. Later with the hyperdrives, they almost have pinpoint accuracy. Not quite, but good enough. So yeah, that's just an efficiency issue, sure. But I don't really worry about that, to be honest. Since actually the large freighters are mostly there for long voyages anyway, and the small freighters, at least in what I understand of that design choice, to have small, medium, and large freighters, it's inefficient to use a small freighter on large voyages. That's why you have a large freighter, because you can pack more into it, which makes it still mostly about FTL. I don't worry about that much. You should have enough ships that it's a moot point, really. That as well. You will have 900 to 1,000 freighters in the end, so whatever. What are the different classes of ships? You can see that in the research tree. You have civilian ships and you have military ships. Military ships are escorts, frigates, destroyers, cruisers, battleships, and carriers. Civilian ships, you have small colony ships, mining ships, passenger ships, small fuel tankers. Although those are kind of military as well. We can use them, colony ships and fuel tankers by ourselves. We can give them orders. We can't give orders to the mining ships unless you have a specific government. Passenger ships are completely automated. You also have exploration ships and freighters as civilian ships. That's about all the classes, I think. I think there's nothing else, right? And then stations, of course, but it's not a ship, so we omit those right now. Oh, troop transports, I have forgotten. Troop transports are also in there, which is a military ship because, well, civilians don't use troops, they use passengers. Is there anything else that I forgot? I don't think so. I think that's all the classes. I have to put a cut in here, though. Thank you all for watching. I hope the lengthy discussions weren't too annoying. I hope you just, if they are, just skip them. It's fine. Thank you all for watching. Leave me a like. Sub my YouTube if you haven't, it really does help. Follow me on Twitter and on Twitch and come to the Discord and I see you there. Blub blub and bye bye.